Hey guys. Hello to whoever's out there at 12:30 on hump day. It's Wednesday. Is today the 30th or the 31st? I don't know. It's the end of January. It's freezing cold outside and freezing cold in my shop. So I am in the house right now working on a sign, and I am doing something that I love doing with furniture molds, and I realized that I think I've only shared it online once before ever, and it was back in October when I did my Halloween coffin. So I thought, well, I'm just gonna hop on because this is a quick project, and I thought I would share it with you guys. Hey Susan, I haven't seen you in forever, girl. How are you doing? I didn't introduce myself, sorry. I am Tracey of Tracey's Fancy, Tracey Bellion of Tracey's Fancy. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. And I'm a furniture painter, sign maker, crafter, mama, grandma, course teacher, online course teacher, all those things. Hey Terry, how are you? So listen, do y'all use furniture molds for furniture or signs or whatever, your crafts, whatever it is that you're doing? I mean, you can put them on candles, whatever. I don't have anything to sell you today. I just wanted to know if you've done this. In the past, a long time ago, back I think when I brand ambassadored for a little bit or repped for IOD, Iron Orchid Designs, and they sent me a bunch of molds, and they sent me paper clay, which I loved. Oh, thank you, Susan. Hey, Kelly. Thank you very much. Anyway, I used the paper clay, and it was my first time to ever use molds, and I've done a lot of projects. I used it for a lot of projects, a lot of furniture projects. Loved it. The paper clay I wasn't super fond of. I have a good friend online. Oh man, I haven't talked to her in forever. I need to reach out to her. Heather Tracey had mentioned to me that you could also use like silicone that comes in like a caulking gun delivery system, that you could use silicone. I've had people tell me that you can use other types of clay, but you have to. These are the molds that I'm talking about. This kind of mold, you guys. This is actually an old IOD mold, but they're these silicone rubbery molds. They also, I think you can find molds like this similar in the cupcake aisle at your craft stores. Oh, good, Terry, because perfect timing, right? I mean, I really do. I kind of go by the spirit. I just like had it in my gut. I was like, I need to share this. So I stopped what I was doing and went and put my face on because y'all didn't want to see me a second ago. And I was like, this is so crazy, but I do have to take Zadie to the doctor in about an hour. So I needed to get my face on anyway. Nene, hi Nene, my mama's on. That's Jane Baker, y'all all say hi. Hi Nene. Anyway, Nene, I need to order that hair vitamin for you. I keep forgetting to tell you that. Y'all, my hair is really thickening up, and it's thanks to Sherry Martin from Front Room on 7th, shared with me this fantastic hair vitamin that I take that's safe and good for my liver. So I am taking it. It's really working. Well, hello. So, okay, so let me show you what I'm doing. This is, okay, so wait, back up. Now, I received a lot of product from Redesign with Prima, and they sent me some of their molds like months and months ago, and I used them. Who saw my Halloween coffin? My big life-size, 7-foot tall Halloween Dracula coffin that was done whimsically with a purple inside and black and white harlequin and stripes. Pretty cool. And I grunged it out with patina from Dixie Belle, their patina collection, and I used molds on it from Redesign. And hey Lori, hi honey. Kelly, it is called, when this is over, I will share my link because I love to share this with people. It's called Hair Anew, and it's on Amazon, and if you want it and you want to use my link, I would love that if you do that. It's like $30, and it's a month supply, and you take 2 a day. And I had lost a lot of hair because of health issues and some meds that I have to take for the rest of my life. And people suggested I take them, but I'm very super paranoid with stuff that I eat or ingest because of my liver. So anyway, checked it out, looks good, and I've been on it for, I don't know, a little over a month, and it's making a huge difference. So anyway, where was I? So I did this mold right here on my Halloween coffin, and I put it at the top of the coffin. I made it look like metal, so it looked kind of like hinges, almost like hinges. 3 of them across the top of the coffin, and then I did like patina, like they'd rusted and dripped down, and then I rubbed some gold on them. They were amazing. Susan, good to see you, hun. Have a good day. So that's that. Haven't used molds again since. So now I have a client here in town who gave me this old, it's just an old door. See? It's inside of some French, European antique. I've actually painted cabinets that have this exact same door in it. This is the inset of the door. Lisa, you can look for it. Go to it's got great pictures. In fact, one of the magazines is going to share it this coming October. It's going to be featured in their whimsical Halloween. I think it's Country Sampler, I think maybe. Anyway, go to my website, Tracey's Fancy, traceysfancy.com. And in the search bar on the top left-hand corner is a search bar. Type in coffin. Just type in coffin and it should come up and you can look at it. Okay, so Mallory, thank you. This is the door panel. It's the inset. It's the inset of a door panel. This client does a lot of antiquing, and this is going to be a gift. So I don't want to go into a lot of details because she actually follows me here, and I think her friends follow me here, and so I don't want to give away who it is or what this is for, but this is going to be a gift. And I'm hand painting some words on here for her, and it was this color. So what I did was I primed it with Dixie Belle Boss in clear, and then I painted it in drop cloth. So this is drop cloth. It's just a nice kind of an off-white, like a drop cloth. It's like a paint drop cloth. So yeah, Lisa, it was a lot of fun. Or it's fun that it's going to be in Country Sampler. And it's also fun that that my husband was so kind to make it. You'll have to go check out the blog because he was a real sweetheart to make it for me. So anyway, it's got this gorgeous trim up here, but I don't like things that don't have borders. So I don't like designs just to go off an edge. That bothers me. It's an OCD thing. I like it to have a place, have a boundary, or to stop. That's a design thing for me. I don't want to just see that and it just, like if I'm putting words on here, it needs to be framed or in a frame or something. So I thought, well, I could paint a border on here because she wanted it kind of whimsical. So I'm gonna put a black and white border on it, and I will share when I do that. Hi, Sandy. Hey guys, will y'all push share? Will y'all share this for me too? No reason, just because I think people need to see this really cool trick with hot glue because it's amazing. So I'm gonna trim this out in black and white, like a big black and white whimsical border. So what I did was I took a ruler, and can y'all see up close? I just drew straight down from that line all the way down, and then over, and then up the other side. So I've now made a border, which is where my black and white, big chunky black and white stripes this way are gonna go. And then, thank you, Sandy. And then I decided I didn't want it to just stop with a paint line there. So I decided I would make a border. So I got out my hot glue gun. Okay, the paper clay is very hard to manipulate. And I have a lot of ladies that follow me that are a little bit older, and a lot of them deal with like arthritis, and they just don't have good feeling in their fingers, but they're home and they have time and they want to craft and they want to do these things, but they're like, the paper clay is hard to deal with. I do know that Redesign with Prima has come out with a new product that's supposed to be sort of a lot easier, some sort of much more moldable product. I haven't received any of that yet. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make a note. Redesign new clay. It's some sort of new product. I need to email them and get it so I can try it. But in the meantime, what I've done is I've just heated up my glue gun, and I have these, where's my chunky glue stick? So this glue gun, I tried it with my tiny glue gun, this little glue gun, the little glue sticks, doesn't work. I mean, it does, but it's not as good. You need like a lot of glue being delivered at the same time. So this is just, my regular glue gun with the fat sticks in it. And I think each mold, depends on how big your mold is, but each mold, here's one I made right here. This mold used about 1/2 to 3/4 of this size glue stick. So you kind of do go through a lot, but I mean, come on, are you making like a buttload of molds? I mean, surely you're not. Surely it's just for, you know, I don't know, a craft that you're doing, or maybe on furniture, maybe it's just as some accents on some corners or something. So, Robin, no, I'm not a stockist. I don't have a store or a storefront, and I don't brand rep for them, and I don't get paid to rep for IOD. I don't work with them anymore for no reason, not for any reason actually. At the time, I just had too much going on in my life, and it was really sad because I really liked those sisters a lot. But I do work with Redesign with Prima now, but they're not paying me to do this. They just send me stuff, and I use it and love it and then talk about it, and that's really it. So anyway, I get to meet some of them at the Dixie Belle Paint. I do work with Dixie Belle though. I do work with my Dixie Belle Paint ladies. So this is one of the molds right here, and you can see it's very detailed, and I mean, it's typical hot glue, guys. Look at that. You can see that little extra piece there, and you just pull it off just like hot glue. See, it just came right off. So that's actually part of the design. Here's another little piece up here I don't like. So you just pop it off. You just pop it off. It's so easy. What I love about this is I am super, super hyper. I am fast-paced. I don't have a lot of patience. God's really, really worked on me in the patience category since last year. But in my craft world, I still don't have a lot of patience. So that's why this works so well. So I just take my glue gun, and here we go. I've already poured these. You see that? So easy. Guys, they're dry within minutes. So like the paper clay, you put them in, you can either let it dry in place, or you let it set just a little bit, and then you kind of crack your mold like that, bend it, and kind of pull it out, and you have to be real careful. And you don't want to mash it with your finger because it mashes it, or any of those type of products, you have that issue. This dries instantly. Instantly. I don't have to worry about my fat finger getting in there and messing it up. I don't have to wait for it to set. I can knock this project out in no time flat. It paints, paint goes right over it, paints beautifully with my chalk paint, with my Dixie Belle. How do I adhere what I'm gonna put on here onto this board? I use E6000 glue that I buy at Hobby Lobby, and I always support E6000 because E6000 takes a while to set with a little bit of hot glue. So on the back of each of these, I will put a couple of dots of hot glue and the rest with E6000, and then I'll stick it where I want it. And the hot glue secures it in place for good, and then the E6000 sets over a half hour or so to an hour, and it won't come off, okay? All right, so here's the one that I did. This is when I had the epiphany, oh, I need to share this, stop. So I left them in here for you guys. So here you go. It just goes just like this. That's all you do. So it's completely dry, voila, that's it. Look at that, hot glue. Here we go. You don't have to be careful. It doesn't break, it doesn't smash. That one's not as clean as this one, but like I said, it's hot glue. You just pop that off of there. You just pull it off. And if you're, super perfectionist, you can get your little scissors or your little blade out and trim that up, but I just pop mine off because this is obviously not a perfect antique. It's got, look guys, it's got like little nail holes in it. It's got little cracks in it. Where I put my molds down like this. So let's say I want them to go sort of down the line in this way. So they're gonna continue down like this. Then I glue them down, and then I'm gonna paint right over them. And the paint settles, gets all up underneath there and settles up under there, and you don't see that little tiny imperfection. So I don't need to trim mine out. So I am across the bottom right here, I wanted to do a straight mold. So this is one of my old IOD molds. And I actually did this one first, and it's actually pretty ugly. And I did it with this small glue gun. I told y'all it didn't work very well. And also my glue, I don't know why it was yellow. I think it was old glue. So that one doesn't look as good. So what I thought I could do is turn my camera down and show you guys how quick and easy this is to do. Oh, Sandy, thank you. Thank you. What about the longevity of the paint that is applied over the glue mold? Example, bag of a chair. Let's see what else, Starla. Those are good questions, Starla. Where the person's body would be rubbing against. Honestly, as long as you've glued it well, use the hot glue to support it, E6000. E6000 is forever glue. E6000 does not come undone. I did my daughter's wedding shoes, completely covered them in stones and rhinestones and pearls and antique pieces of lace and handkerchief. I did those for her wedding probably 8 years ago. She wore them all night. She danced in them. She has them at her home. We've moved them a gazillion times. She's kept them as a keepsake, and not one single thing has come off of those shoes. So E6000, I've used it on crafts for years, so it holds forever. So it's on there, but then the longevity of the paint itself, chalk paint is just chalk paint. It paints over everything. It paints over ceramic and metal and wood and formica and glass. Dixie Belle paints over anything. So why would it not, paint over this and have longevity just as anything else does, as long as you seal it well and put a good sealer on it. So once it's painted and then that dries and I put a sealer on it, it should hold up just fine. Okay, so that answers that question. So I'm gonna turn my camera down, you guys, because this is fast, okay? Here we go. Can y'all see this good enough? The words are kind of in the way. So I just leave it flat so that as I push this out, what I did learn is to start with my glue in the tip and squeeze my handle and bring it this way, and then lift and come to the next tip and go down, and come to the next tip and go down. And you just kind of fill it, each spot, just fill it and then go down. All right, so that's what I'm doing. I hope you guys can get a good idea as you watch me here. So easy for you guys that have arthritis or fingers or hands that hurt, that paper clay. It is a great product, but this to me solves a problem. For, I teach online courses, and we used molds in my clock course, and a lot of people said it just hurt their hands. And I didn't know about using hot glue at that time, or we would have done that. And like I said, October was my first time to do it, and I was so impressed. I know I did a live video back then, because anytime I get super excited about something, you guys, y'all know I have to go live or turn it into some sort of class. So I didn't really feel like I need to make a class about hot glue molds. So I just decided I would go live and share it again, because I'm doing it again. Great opportunity. I just fill this mold right up. So it does use quite a bit, about 3/4. No, about half of my glue stick. You see that? There's still half of a glue stick in there. So it is completely filled. That's what it looks like. Let's see, which one is it? This one right here, completely filled up. And we're gonna let that set for just a second. I'm gonna start the other one. And by the time I start this other one, I can already start to manipulate that one out of there. And if you have to walk away, it doesn't dry in there. It's not hard to get out of. Like, I left those other two and went and put my face on so I could, so I could join you guys. I just left them in there, and then y'all watched me pop them out. So if you have to do these and walk away, no worries. Sorry I can't see the comments, you guys. I'm gonna just keep my eyes on here while I fill this in, and you can re-ask your questions if you have a question about it. So, what's cool is if you get the molds, I don't know if I think I do have molds in my Amazon shop. Dixie Belle does carry some of the Redesign with Prima products. Hold on, guys, I'm trying to find a glue stick. On their website, but I checked before I came live and they don't have the molds on their website. So you would have to order these. Find these from a retailer that carries Redesign with Prima, or somebody who carries the Iron Orchid designs, or I'll share my Amazon shop for that hair vitamin, and I'll also share it for, because I do think I have molds in my Amazon shop. Okay, so there we go. There we go. So I can feel that this one's hot. Now, they're clear. As they dry, they do turn kind of white. But I mean, they're just so clean, so easy to use. Look at that, nice and flat on the back. So this one, I really probably could go ahead and start popping out. See that? Look, it's lifting. See it? It's already lifting out. So if I really wanted to, I could force that out. But I think I'll look up here and see if I've got some questions from you guys. Oh, Betty's on. Hi, Betty. Let's see. The newest IOD molds have a rim around the mold. It's really nice. Helps keep, everything. Oh, that's nice, in the right spot. Did someone say they wanted to see my shoe? Oh, I'm like, do you want to see the shoes I have on right now? That's not what you're talking about. You're talking about Haley's wedding shoes. Because these are the shoes I have on my feet right now. That's what's on my feet. But Haley's wedding shoes? Yes, sure. I should share her wedding videos. I decorated that entire wedding venue. I should share that stuff someday. Vicki, you should. It's a lot of fun. Can't say I need to walk through your scrapbooks. The shoes sound fabulous too, Lisa. Thank you. Let's see. I'm curious. I make my molds out of plaster of Paris. Have you done that? So no, I personally have not, but I work with that a lot on canvas, and I have used that for like raised texture. But this is better because there's no dry time. Like there's no dry time. There's no cracking or crumbling or needing to sand off rough edges. There's no way that you can tell me that there's an easier delivery system than coming right out of the tip of the gun. And there's no way that you can tell me that there's anything that dries faster or cleaner. I think it's genius. It's not me genius. I don't remember where I think I saw it like from Mark Montano or something like that. I don't remember. I don't know. That is exactly what I asked myself, Eileen. Why did I never think of this? It's got so many possibilities. Yep. Oh, good, Betty. That's great. Thank you for sharing. But what do you use to adhere the hot glue mold to the wood? So normally, and paint adheres well. E6000, actually that's a very good question now, Michelle, because I did address it already, but I actually probably said the wrong thing. When I did it on my coffin, usually I use E6000 glue and hot glue. So I just put, like this mold right here, I would just put like a dot of hot glue and a dot of hot glue, and then the rest I would just smear E6000 on there and glue it. E6000 you can use on wood too. If you're really paranoid though and you feel like you need to use wood glue, you can use wood glue too. But I always still use a little bit of hot glue. So a dot of hot glue, a dot of hot glue, and then the rest wood glue, and then put it on. The hot glue holds it down and in place, and then the E6000 and the wood glue takes a little bit of time to set. And you can weight it if you want to, but you don't need to. Okay, so this one, you guys, is already dry. It's not completely dry, but it's dry enough. You can see the difference in the color. This one's a little bit more white already. See, you can see it when I turn it. This one's got a little bit of white in it. This one's still pretty clear. So you just pop it out. Like, it's just that easy. There's no waiting. It's done. Thank you, Betty. Thank you. I was trying something new. I've tried, but I had tiny spaces and my epoxy leaked all through, made a giant mess. Okay, you know, if you're, that's awful. I can't stand a giant mess, Melissa. These are not perfect. You know, I showed you up close. I just popped the glue off of there, just like when you use a hot glue. But I am going to be painting right over it. So it paints perfectly. It paints perfectly. Go check out my coffin, you guys. Go to traceysfancy.com. TRACEYS fancy.com, and in the search bar, do y'all know that y'all can use my search bar for anything? Anything. Search mermaid. It'll bring up every single thing I've ever done with a mermaid on it. Search Halloween. It'll bring up my Halloween house tour. It'll bring up the coffin that I did this. It'll bring the most recent one up first. So this is what it looks like, the one I just popped out. Come on. I mean, it's perfection, right? And I'm going to cover it with drop cloth paint, and then I'm going to gild it with some gold, and it's going to look amazing. I made a mold on wood with the glue gun. Thank you, Betty. The coffin was really, really cool. It's life size too, so it's pretty amazing. Oh, I got off topic. Oh, Sherry's on my lifelong bestie. Hi, honey. Thank you. So I'm trying something new. It is coming in. It is growing in. And I just used a little one. What do they call these? Beach waves. This is a beach wave. A beach wave look. It is, Michelle. It's so much easier. And it's fast. And I'm always so careful. I'm like, oh, with the molds, I'd be like rolling it out. I was like, oh no, my finger touched there and it smashed that part. So let's do this long one real quick. I think I have time. Let's do this one. Okay, let's do this long mold. Let's do it. I'm gonna turn you back down, okay? Down you go. Let's do the long one because this one I did with the tiny glue gun and it just, well, it looks bad. Those are ugly. These are beautiful. All right, so let's do this. This will be a lot because this is a lot of space. Wonder if I should go straight down first. Patience, right? This is going to use a lot of glue, but this is a pretty big mold. And this is going to go across the bottom. Now, one thing I will tell you is you need to make sure that your glue gun has had time to really heat up. If you try to force the glue stick before it's liquefied, you're having to squeeze that trigger pretty hard. So like when I have to add a glue stick, here in a minute, I have to kind of take a break and let that glue stick melt because there is a difference. Like this is so easy right now because this glue stick is super melted because we were talking. But when I don't have someone to talk to and I'm here and I'm in a rush because I'm trying to get a project done before I go pick up my 6th grader and take her to the doctor, I grow a little impatient. And I know that's shocking for some of you, right? Me, impatient. And okay, so now I'm out. So here we go. Let's add some more. Don't guys think we're funny that we get so excited about these little things like this, like crafting? But can I tell y'all something? So y'all know Matt, right? Mr. Matt, my honey. Guys are so weird. It's freezing outside, y'all. Freezing. It's so cold to me. I know I'm in Texas and it's not snowing and I've got family in Michigan and they're sending me texts that it's like -3 and it's in the 50s and I'm freezing. But it's too cold in my shop. I don't want to be out there. So I don't want to be in the shop. And Matt, y'all know where Matt is today? Matt's on the golf course. I just don't get it. And do y'all know where Matt was all weekend while I was at home with my fire burning in the fireplace? He went hunting by himself in a cabin with, no heater and trolled the woods all night in the dark by himself looking for pigs to shoot. I just don't get it. So I don't get it and they don't get it. Why we would get so excited about hot glue. Hot glue and molds. But whatever. The world needs all of us, right? Okay, there we go. Hey, speaking of, while I have y'all's attention and I'm talking about Matt, don't forget to share this, guys, because this is just fun and exciting. Simple things. While I'm talking about Matt, have y'all seen my course that I'm doing on Valentine's Day night? Because he never makes plans for us on Valentine's Day night. He is absolutely adorable and I love him to death, but a romantic person, he is not. And he is the one who's out looking at the last second, the night before your birthday or the night before Christmas. And then when he does finally buy something, he can't hold a secret, so he tells you what it is. On your Facebook page. Oh no, it's not on my Facebook page. It's on my website. So Penny, thank you, Lori. Penny, go to, okay, it's -50 Celsius, Michelle said. Holy cow. Okay, Penny, go to traceysfancy.com. www.traceysfancy, don't forget the E in my name, traceysfancy.com. That's my website. That's my life, you guys. I mean, Facebook is important. Instagram rocks, yes. But my life in this world is on my website. And I have a weekly blog every single week. I send out a weekly newsletter, and every project that I've ever wanted to share with anyone is on my website. And it's underused, and y'all should go there. Okay. And there's a search bar at the top left. Got it? All right. Anyway, so I'm hosting a Valentine's Day party. Right. It'll be right here in this room on Valentine's night. I think the door opens for it tomorrow. That door's already open. That cart's already open. For anyone that wants to join us, I'm teaching how to paint these yummy textured canvas, hearts on canvas. Big, it's a big canvas. So if you've ever wanted to try canvas painting and building and layering and adding texture, not just painting on the canvas, but let's add some texture and give it like a really, really good thick gallery look. And I also have sort of a fun, whimsical way to outline your work. I would love it if you guys would join us. It is on February 14th. It's on Valentine's Day evening, and Matt will be there. And y'all, I'm counting on y'all to give him crap for never planning anything. So I planned a date with everybody in the world who wants to show up. Okay, so here's the straight one. I filled it in. Remember, I told you I did this one. It looks really ugly. This was with the tiny glue gun, and the glue wasn't. I think the glue was old that was in the gun. Obviously, look how gross that looks. And I think it wasn't hot all the way. So I can already tell, see how nice and smooth this one is? I can already tell that this one's gonna look a lot better. Oh, Rustic Revival, thank you. Thank you so much. Our hair, women's hair. You know, I wish it wasn't so important to most of us, but it is. And you think you can handle the changes and things, but you know, so much of it fell out. But it is growing back because of those vitamins. They're amazing. And I had someone talk me. Okay, so I'm just doing this. I'm just gonna pop it out pretty quick, right? I didn't even wait. Rita, good. Michelle, thank you so much. Okay, so that's that. I want to go lighter, you guys. I let it go super dark, you know, while I was sick and while it was recovering. I've let it go to its natural color. And I did let someone put a few little highlights in because I'm scared. I was scared it was going to fall out. But I want to go back to light because that's what I've always done, but I've just been nervous. Oh, Terry, thank you, Betty. People, you know, I get people say both things. Thank you, Rusty Revival. I you know, I'm naturally a blonde. I am. You know, us blondes, we just go dark over time. What was I saying? Oh, vitamins, Terry. The vitamins are called Hair Anew. I get them on Amazon, and I have them in my Amazon shop, and I'm a huge advocate of them now. I've been on them about 6 weeks, I believe. Big difference. When I pull my hair back, y'all have seen, if y'all watch me on live videos, you've seen lots of live videos where I have this like, well, you can still see. You can see like a little fuzz, but it's all around my face. On the sides, they're about this big right now. They stick out pretty big. They're starting to lay down, but they're a beautiful thing. I was very proud of them. I called them my horns, and I was totally good with it because it meant I had new growth. Sherry Martin from Front Room on 7th shared this vitamin with me and told me about it. And so anyway, they're in my Amazon shop. If something's in my Amazon shop, I believe in it. I've used it. And I believe in it, and I talk about it. So I know, Betty, I know. Okay, so here we go. Popping it out. Oh my gosh, world of difference from that. I'm gonna show you the sad one in comparison to this one, y'all. So my mom was watching a minute ago. I'm gonna order those for my mom too. My mom and I were both really, really sick at the same time. Both of us deal with a lot of autoimmune disease. My mom has been on my diet now for several months. She's lost a ton of weight. She feels amazing. I had her here for 3 days over the weekend. I ran her butt ragged. She would have never been able to do that with me. We used to have to take a wheelchair everywhere we went. We don't have to anymore. She doesn't complain when she's walking. She wakes up rested. She looks amazing, but her hair most of her hair fell out. So she just had it cut, and I told her I'm going to get her started on the vitamins. So, hey, Nancy. I know, I'm so happy for her. Okay, so look at this, you guys. And y'all, she's 71. Her birthday's this weekend. She's 71, and we were talking about it this weekend. She was like, I didn't think I had this life left in me. I was ready to give up. It had been years of a deterioration. So, you know, then my stepdad passed away. She became widowed over the summer. I don't know. She's just had a lot going on, but we'll get her started on the hair vitamins too. I just needed to see if they were really going to do anything. I know, Sherry, I didn't know you were still there. Isn't that? It's amazing. You will be shocked when you are around her. It's not even, she's back. I mean, she's decorating her house. She's getting clothes. You know, she's found herself again. I'm so happy. And my little Sherry there, she's on my the best you. She's in my the best you group, aren't you, Sherry? Okay. Here's the ugly one. Here's the pretty one. They don't even compare. They don't. Look how ugly my nails look. They do not even compare, okay? So if you have old glue or a skinny glue gun and you do this, do not think that I'm a liar, okay? Try again. Try again until you make it that pretty. Make sure your glue is new. Make sure you use a fat glue gun and make sure it's melted really well before you start trying to squeeze it out. So that will now fit. And guys, this was just the size of the mold. Look at this. Look how perfect this is. I told y'all I drew that line. It's going to go from there to there. Watch. How this was just totally meant to be. Look at that. It goes from the end of the line across to the edge of that line. Isn't that funny? So it's exactly where it's going to go, and then it'll have the black and white, my typical whimsy black and white border on it. So, hello from stormy New Brunswick, Canada. Wendy, I bet. Oh my gosh, I bet, girl. There are probably so many comments on here I misread. BioSil vitamins work well for hair strength as well. I haven't heard of those. I have not heard of those. I know, Sherry. When are you going to come see me? I do want you to come see me. It's not a front, well, it's not a front door. It's a, well, I mean, it's a cabinet. It's the inset of an old European probably some sort of cabinet door. I've done this exact door many times on some of those European antiques, like the French, the European China cabinets, the European, like, what do they call them? Like break front cabinets. Oh, hey, Kim. So this is a sign. It's a sign for a local client. I'm not giving away too many details about it because it's a gift and her friends follow me. So I don't want the gift thing to be given away. No, Michelle, I did not make this mold on the top as part of this door, but I wanted to continue it all the way over and up because I'm putting words in the middle and I wanted it to be framed out. I don't like designs that just go off the edge. Your eye, to me, doesn't know where it's supposed to stop. So I like there to be a focal and an edge so your eye knows where to go. So I'm making my own, and I made molds, Kim. I made molds right here. I made molds. So I'm making my own molds that I will glue and paint, and it'll just continue. I'll do these all the way down like this, and then that long rectangular mold will be down here. And I made them with hot glue because you put it in, you squeeze it in, let it dry for a few seconds, and pop it out. And you glue it down, paint it with your Dixie Belle chalk paint. I used drop cloth. Fluff and drop cloth, I absolutely love. Fluff is a little bit whiter. Drop cloth goes to a little bit of it gets a little bit of a tan in there, a little bit of a khaki in there. So, hey, Kristen, how are you doing, honey? So, that's that. So that's all I got for you guys. Thank y'all all for jumping. Does anybody have any last second questions? I need to make some doors for a piece. You need to make some doors for a piece? Like, what kind of doors do you mean? Or you need to add molds to some doors? Are you meaning you have to make some doors? I wonder what kind of piece you're talking about. Miss Nancy. In a hot situation, I think probably so. Just like, but I mean, think about it. Well, I mean, this isn't going to be a hot situation. I think like people use hot glue when they make wreaths that hang on their front door in the sun. So I have noticed over time that sometimes like something will fall off of a wreath. So you usually try to secure it with wire too. But I mean, I think this is going to hang somewhere in this lady's house. So I don't think we have to worry that much about it. Oh, Kristen, it's amazing. It's amazing. Wendy said it would be so cool to be able to attend a retreat or area where we could do your diet. Oh, you're so sweet. For a month or so with others. That is what my group is about, girl. We've got over 100 people in that group, and they are so supportive of each other, and we meet there every single day in one way or another, whether it's just a picture that we share or a thought or a recipe or an idea. But yeah, you're right. Having a group is important, but locally having a group is, impossible then, because then I would be limited, and I don't want to be limited in who I get to reach out and touch and guide. And I learned just as much from the ladies too. So Nene says retreat. Oh my God. I know. Doesn't that sound great? We all want to go on a retreat. Stephanie weighed in this morning at 7 pounds down. I am so proud of you, Stephanie. You are rocking it. What is this little piece? You are, you're rocking it, girl. You had your cassava flour pancakes this morning, I saw. Good for you. Brenda, I made molds. I made molds out of glue. Just rewind and watch. Share it, you guys. Simple, shareable information. And don't forget to go to my website. You can see, go to my traceysfancy.com. Not my page, not Tracey's Fancy, but Tracey's Fancy, www.traceysfancy.com. Go in the search bar and type in coffin, and you will see, this exact mold. 2 or 3 of them across the front of the coffin, with drippy, rusty looking stuff and gold. You'll see it there. Those are glue. That's glue. I used hot glue there. That was back in October. Art, Healthy Eats, and Tracey on vacation. Kim, I know. I would love it. I want to do a meetup somewhere for just art, and I'm going to be in Florida. I am going to be in Florida in just a few weeks. And we're doing a meetup in Florida for anyone that can get there. Anyone that's anywhere near that area and can get to us in Florida. Message me if you have any questions. I'd love for you to join us there, because it's going to be 2 days of painting and 1 night of an icebreaker the night before. So we'd have to hire a chef, somebody said. Yeah, we would. In fact, where I'm going in Florida, Carla Pine sent me a message saying, can we get your food list? Because there actually is a chef there, and they're going to have me say what I eat, and he's going to make it for me. That is so crazy. It makes me feel like super special or something. I'm not in there at 10 o'clock at night making my own stir fry like I am at home. No, anyone can't go to the Dixie Belle conference, Betty. That's the retailers conference, and I'm going to that for a 3-day weekend. But then I'm leaving there, and I'm going to Fort Myers Beach for the rest of that week, and I'm going to be teaching classes in Fort Myers Beach at a location with Carla Pine. So if anyone wants any information about that, we're sharing it on my website. We announced it, but just send me a message, and I'll make sure you get that information if anyone's close to that. So. Anyway, I love you guys. I got to get done. I got to get Zadie picked up and to the doctor. So I got my molds made though. All my molds are made. Maybe I'll have time to glue these on real quick before I leave. But I'll share this cute little antique sign when I'm finished with it. So, oh, Liz, hi, honey. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I am going to Florida. I'm super excited. I'm hoping for a little bit warmer weather than we got right now. I'm ready for the beach. All right, guys, y'all take care. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, okay? Stay warm wherever you are. Oh, Lori, thank you for asking. My AIP eating group is called The Best You. The cart actually for that opens tomorrow. So I have a lot going on. I'm sorry. It sounds like a super salesman, and I did not get on here to sell. But if you ask, I will sell. Tracey'sFancy.com has the coffin. My canvas painting thick gooey, textured, how to put texture on canvas and paint and make it look freestyle fabulous, even though you've never painted on canvas before. That is available to purchase right now. You can find that on traceysfancy.com. And that is on Valentine's Day evening for two and a half hours long, and we'll paint together. And then the Best You opens tomorrow, and it's the last time it opens until June. I'm not opening it again until June. We need to like get in there. We have over 100 people in there already. And we need to really love these people up and get them ready for bathing suit season. Even though I'm really not about weight loss, but it happens. But it's more about just feeling better, but feeling confident, feeling more confident. In the summer, you get to hide under things in the winter. So thank you for asking about that, Lori. And I hope you are ready, and feel free to message me if you can't follow along what all was saying there. But if you go to traceysfancy.com, everything I do is there. Connie, thank you. You're the very first person who suggested a chin length bob months and months ago. I should have listened way back then. So thank you. Okay, guys, I really am off. Talk to you later. Bye.